the feds are making moves to legally identify marijuana as a less dangerous drug. That's according to the Associated Press. The proposal recognizes its medicinal qualities, but would not legalize the drug for recreational use. WRAL's Destinee Patterson explains how this will impact North Carolinians.
In the minds of many Americans, this plant is considered much less dangerous now compared to even 10 years ago.
There is a gap between where the society is and where laws are.
According to the Associated Press, the Drug Enforcement Administration plans to reclassify marijuana to fill that gap. This comes after a recommendation from U.S. health regulators. The big distinction here is that Schedule I drugs are considered to have more potential for abuse and no medical use, like ecstasy or heroin. But Schedule III drugs are considered to have a lower or more moderate potential for abuse, like ketamine or Tylenol with codeine. This proposal would move marijuana to that lower risk category. Scott Chipman says he thinks this is a bad idea.
They've made no arguments for why those original conclusions were wrong. They've only been just political pressure to change their mind.
Tess Medlin works at the hemp store in Raleigh. She says this change could help us learn a lot more about the drug.
So because it has been classified as a Schedule I drug, the most dangerous schedule, it has kind of removed the option for people to research the product on human trials.
Don Blakegrove with Emancipate NC hopes the state will follow the feds' lead.
This is a federal change, so people who are pulled over in North Carolina, they get no relief. There is no longer an appetite for criminalizing this behavior.
But for people already involved in the criminal justice system, Blakegrove says this change alone won't get them out of it, even if their proposal is approved.
Unfortunately, the reclassification will not do much for people who have already been involved in the system.
Both Medlin and Blakegrove hope this proposal will be the catalyst to legalization. Destinee Patterson, WRAL News.
To be clear, it would take some time for this proposal to go into effect if it's approved. The DEA will need to take public comment also on a plan, and administrative judge would need to review it before the agency can actually publish the rule. Today, Democratic lawmakers reintroduced legislation that would change the government's approach to handling marijuana. It's called the Cannabis Administration and Opportunity Act. It would end the federal cannabis prohibition by removing cannabis from the list of federally controlled substances and empowering states to create their own laws. Senate Leader Chuck Schumer introduced the bill, and it's backed by 18 sponsors in the Senate.